Master, why did we fall? Why couldn't we have remained pure consciousness for those who may have never wanted to be incarnated in the first place? Today I understand karma, but karma, these debts and credits, were part of the Creator's plan. Why did He desire our suffering karma so much?
He doesn't. We do. As a part of the deal, so that we learn to know the difference between God and ungod, so we can recognize the light when we come back to the light again. We go into the darkness purposely, deliberately, so that we might know the light as its full splendor and full meaning. For those who do not want ever to leave heaven, they did not come here. There are some who never left heaven, that's for sure. Some master never left heaven. Some left heaven to come here to teach us. Some also reincarnate many times and became a master. Some never left the Father's house. We had our choice. We did want it to. There are many answers to this. Well, but summarily there are two, two main answers, two main purposes that we have karmas. See, number one, because we want to know God. We came here purposely just to know God. Sometimes we live in heaven, all full of light. Everybody is saint, everybody is God. So we say, God, what is God? So God say to you, you are God. God is you. God's that. He said, well, I don't know what is God. What is God? He said, you are like this, it's God. But the soul does not fully understand. So the soul asks God, how can I know God? How can I know myself as God? And God tell him, then you have to become different from God, from yourself first. And then you look back, you know. That's why we came here. That's why the purpose of us to come here is that to know ourselves better. Yeah? And the other one is, since the creation has not begun, nothing appear in this world or any other world. And then God made a plan. He wants the creation to spring forth, to come into being. So He made a plan. And we join. We're happy to play every part of the grand design, just for fun, just to make life more colorful. So some knowingly play their part, okay? Yeah. All on the purpose, also that one day they become God again, they know God again. In order to know God, they have to play many different roles, and one role related to another, just like in the movies. You have main character and you have all the supporting actress and all that. Otherwise it doesn't work. Yeah? So the karma for us right now, it feels very heavy and very unreasonable. Yeah? But at that time, for us, no big deal. Because we are God. We don't see suffering. We don't know problem. We don't look at obstruction as anything undesirable. For us, everything is just a play. Until we really play. Then we feel suffering. But that's a part of the game, part of the universe. Power. If we don't play our role, we don't exist, nothing here. I don't sit here, you don't sit there, you're not blonde, I'm not black. What is then? Everything is all just playing. So it's okay. It's okay. That's why the perfect master, they say everything is perfect under the sun. And Jesus say, you're all the children of God. Because they realize there's nothing to do. Everyone is perfect, but we do not realize it yet. So we suffer. So we have to realize the same as they do, and then we know why. And then we look at suffering as not suffering. It's still suffering, it still hurt when somebody pinch you. But you understand, it's just for something. You don't suffer, you sink into the suffering. Just float on top of it. Yes.
Dear Master, my wife is here today for initiation. She has been vegetarian for a long time. I tried but could not. Please tell me why and how to.
Oh, maybe your wife should go and learn vegetarian cooking more. The poor husband cannot just eat when it's not tasty. So, actually, well, enlightenment begins here too, not just here. When I first met my husband, my ex-husband, he already remarried, okay? I left him. You know that. Maybe you don't know, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. I was a vegetarian, he was not. And he was the doctor. And he's very physical. I mean, very, very practical, very down to earth. He's a Taurus kind, you know. And he belonged to the bull in the zodiac of the Orient, so he's a double bulls. So he don't believe any nonsensical things. But because I cook very nicely, well, he eat every day with me. And he has nothing against vegetarian at all. And after I have left him for, you know, to save the world kind of idea, you know that. He gathered all my recipes and cooked for his friends and all that. And he always advertised, oh, my wife used to cook this, my wife used to do that. All the vegetable, very rich in vitamins. He cooked exactly like the recipe I left behind. And so even a Westerner, a German, and a scientific-minded doctor like that could be a vegetarian. You could be too. If all the wives cook very tasty meal, you don't miss anything. For example, you eat a bowl of soup, you know, like Chinese soup, huh? You have noodle and some piece of meat on it. And instead of those meat, you can have like gluten meat, yeah, or tofu meat, or now and ham meat, everything, all kind of, even fish and everything they can make exactly like the non-vegetarian. So it's a matter of skill, yeah. The way to enlightenment go through the stomach, I believe. So you wives, please take care of your crafty finger, huh? Make it nice, tasty, and then your husband can be able to eat with you. Women are easier, truly. You know, once you believe something, you just eat anything. But men, they are more scientific. They're more practical, yeah, not too sentimental like women. The woman can live by sentiment, affection, emotion. So she eats, and then she believes, and then she don't care how it tastes. But men, they are more critical. So please the taste first, and then enlightenment come.
Maestra Chinhai, someone who must be bilingual, please explain our relationship spiritually to you after you die and one has been initiated. Is our fight back home still guaranteed by your soul spirit?
Guarantee. As has been said earlier, we are not the body, we are the spirit. So this body go or come, there's no difference, no distance between us. And I have told you already, at the time of initiation, you've been explained so that you can use it for life. There's nothing can come in between anymore, unless you don't want it and you live it. But the seed is still there for next life. Okay.
Master, 5 of my children are already initiated into the Kuan Yin method, but I am quite old. Is enlightenment for everyone? What requirements are needed, or is sincerity the sole criteria?
And sincerity, yes. Sincerity is enough. But sometimes when people are too old, you know, like past a certain age, and sometimes the physical body and the memories is not so sharp anymore, then we might tell them, come back again, next time, next life. Yes. Or just practice like convenient method, also can help her or him. No need full initiation, but that's guarantee only for one person, and initiation guarantee for many generations. That's the difference. And you can, by initiation and practice yourself, You can also become enlightened master and can help many, many souls too.
Master, why does Christianity as a whole tend not to believe in reincarnation? Does the Bible talk about reincarnation?
It does, but it's been censored. Besides, when somebody asks Jesus whether he was Elias, whether he was so-and-so, the past master before him, that means whether he is the reincarnation of those past master, he kept quiet. So that was the part of the Bible that people forgot to censor. Suppose if reincarnation is not existing for such understanding, then Jesus would say, no, there's no such thing as, a master come back. I am me alone one time, never again, never before, never after. He kept quiet. And in those times, quiet means okay, means agreement, means acceptance. Otherwise, Jesus would have explained, right? Not to mislead his disciple. He kept quiet.
Dear Master, explain that if one person gets initiated, 5 of their generations will be saved. How about living family members who eat meat and drink alcohol? Will they also be saved?
They will also be saved. Sadly, but fortunately. That is, if they deliberately do not want liberation, then the Master will not force upon them. Of course, each one is God. You must remember. Each one of us is God. No one can tell God what to do. Even another God. How bad he is, how good he is, that's his own decision, his own path in life to choose. He chose to play this role. He's okay, even if he's bad. That's why the Bible says to us, judge not.
Before we become a Buddha, we vow to do this and do that for human beings, and we vow to serve them. But say after we've become a Buddha, we change our mind for some reason because now we have a different outlook. Question: are we free not to fulfill our vow, or must we fulfill our vows due to the law of karma?
We're free. We're free to do what we want.
Greetings, Suma Chinhai. Please give your view of Earth as a great sentient being whose love assists us in our ascension.
What for? Who asked the question? What for should I give my view on that? Huh? Everything is made from God, as the Bible says so. Everything springs from the word, mean the vibration of the universe. And that vibration is God, and that's the Kuan method. That's what we teach you to tune into the vibration of the universe, of the source of all creation. Okay, so even if we are human, are from God, then also a great earth or everything in the universe, it also has God-like quality, but in probably different form and more different density. All right. So in that case, the earth is also a being, a great being, as you have mentioned. And we live in here, we live from the earth. So of course we have to respect that. Respect this great mother.
Next question. Do we pay karma in our dreams? How do we pay karma?
We pay karma in our dream only if that is the grace of God. Otherwise, most of the time we have to pay it physically, like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. And when you are initiated or you enlighten, then we live by grace of God. We don't live so much by the law of karma anymore, except for some already fixed karma, like we have to have some certain karma in order to exist in this life. And that karma, we have to continue with it. But then it can be erased to certain extents, it can be lubricated, it can be lessened to a lot of degree, or it can be paid in dream, only at that time.
Master, what happens if a person gets initiated but ends up not being able to meditate the required 2.5 hours?
Then he probably stay in the class for a while. Just like you students, huh? What happens if you enroll in a certain class and you don't study well? Then you stay there. Or you have, instead of an A, you have a C. Huh? Well, that's what it is. But you're still, nevertheless, a college student. You're not primary school. Or you're not, kindergarten kids. Anyhow, at least you are a college student, that's no doubt. But just lesser degree. Huh? Okay.
I would like to know more about the person you received Kuan Yin from. Is he a reincarnation of Jesus, or are you? Does he or she have a name you can share with us?
Yes, I have told you in one of the tape. Long time ago. His name is Kurachi. He's gone back to God. Jesus never reincarnate, nor of any of the other masters. Reincarnation is only for us, the mortals, the karma-laden people. So you can say Jesus has reincarnated, or you can say Jesus not. It's not Jesus, he reincarnated, it's the Christ power. Yes, let's keep coming, descend into different person through God's will to help mankind. Okay? So you can say yes or you can say no. Agree? Capish? Yes, yes.
How does your teachings relate to religion in general? Does your teachings enhance our belief in our own religion?
Yes, it does, it does. You know already. Up to now, you know. I make you understand your religion better, deeper. And if you enlighten yourself, you become the religion. You become the truth. You could write another Bible. But don't have to. One Bible enough. You just verify it, you just understand it, that's good already.
Can you tell us about our dreams?
What? Nightmares? Dreams have many kind. Sometimes bad dreams, sometimes good dream. Sometimes dreams that come true, sometimes dreams are just fragments of the daily collection of different information. Yeah, so it's all mixed salads. Sometimes dreams are kind of foretell the future or revealing the past or some of your deepest desire or some of your wish. That is a clairvoyant dream. That's a kind of vision. Many of the Kuan Yin practitioners or the people who meditate, they have this kind of latest dream, like a vision. They dream, but it's very vivid, in all color, all light and splendor, and very bright. And it's not a dream anymore. It's a vision. Like they go to heaven and all that. When you meditate and you go to heaven, it's almost like a dream. Except you wake up so excited, so electrified, so energized, so full of life and love that you don't know what to do with yourself. You want to hug everyone and kiss them. But don't do that. People will think you're loco. Cuckoo.
How do I disconnect from past life experience once and for all?
Past life experience? I told you. Initiation. At the time of initiation, the stored karma, the master erased. So you don't have past karma anymore, but you're welcome to pick up if you want to. If you want to come back to this life, you're welcome.
Can you please clarify what you mean when you say we are children of God and that we're all God? Do you mean to say that worshiping God isn't necessary since we already are?
No, it is necessary. It is necessary. We worship God even more so after we realize who God is, what the loving being that is, and how near to us, nearer than the dearest friend in the whole world, nearer than our own skin. At that time you really worship God in the truest sense of worship. At the moment we're just dictating to God. Oh, please give me money, please give me a wife, please give me a job, please, 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 please. We're just dictating every day. We don't really know God. So, we are God, but yet we are not yet God. So please get to know God first, and then ask me the question later. After you know Him, you tell me.
How does humanly love play a role in our enlightenment?
Human love?
Humanly love.
Well, it's nice to be loved, whether by human or by animals. Every time we are loved, doesn't matter by whom, by what, that's God who loves us. It's no human love, it's no motherly love, it's no brotherly love. Actually, it's all God's love. Divided, minimized, or modified. Yeah? Yes. In the Bhagavad Gita of India, the very old Bible, 5,000 years old, God said to Arjuna that is His love through the mother and father and all that. So everyone who loves us, that's God who loves us. So there's no harm. It can only help. Somebody loves us, when the two persons love together and enlighten together, they're very helpful, very nicely.
What do you think about the evolution theory? What is its problem?
Gosh, I'm not a scientist. You mean we come from the monkey and all that stuff? Huh? We all came from God, okay? But it might be some kind of link between man and animals. It's because sometimes man and animal lives together. Sometimes they breed, each other by some hazards, by some chance. So it might happen. Yeah? But humans are a very different race. We don't evolve. We are created in the image of God. And that's all there is. And God made animals as well. He says so in the first chapter. Didn't he? First one, the Old Testament, page number 1. They say God created man and all the food, the herbs. Oh, by the way, he mentioned vegetarian there and then. He say I created all the fruit and the herbs in the field that are pleasant to the eyes and good for the taste. They shall be your food. And he also say, for all the animals, I also created food for each one of them. See? He doesn't say we evolved from animal. He say we are the rulers of the kingdom of animals. We are the king of them. So there's no mixy-mussy about evolution. We are human beings. Okay? Animals are also from God, but they're not human beings.
Okay, next question. To achieve the perfect enlightenment that can be achieved in one lifetime, is it possible to do this without going to the Himalayas like you did? Will it take us less than 7 years since you are such a perfect, compassionate master?
You don't have to go to Himalaya. I told you already. It's my karma. I have to go there. Your karma is better. You sit here and get enlightenment on the sofa. And it could take 7 years, could take 7 months. It depends on you. Depends on your destiny. That is, depends on your choice that you have made to yourself before this existence. That I cannot interfere. Only you know. You are pleased with yourself, the choice that you have made before you came here. So don't be hurry. Whatever it takes, that is your choice. You and God made a covenant already. That you take your 7 years, you take 17 years, you take 20 years, whatever. We live in eternity. No problem about how many years. But enlightenment occurs immediately at the time of initiation. It's just a complete enlightenment. It sometimes varies, depends on people, and depends on your diligence, or how hurry you want to go home. You have a car, you can drive fast, you can drive slow. Okay? Don't ask me 7 years or many years, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. At that time, after enlightenment, you get more happy and happy every day. You don't bother about how many years. At that time, you don't even consider enlightenment anymore, because you know God, you know happiness. You just fulfilled, content.
Can world evil or negative karma be transubstantiated into good or positive karma through people's use of violent flame and the golden light of Mahatma energy?
The negative energy is necessary for us to realize God. We have chosen to know darkness, so enable to recognize the light. So that's the way we can say we translate the negative into positive. Otherwise, negative is negative, positive is positive. There's no way you can say that darkness is light. But darkness is there to help the light to shine in darkness so that you know it. Well, I guess what he means is if you meditate and you see the light, can you neutralize the negative power? Of course, that's what it is. When the light comes, the darkness disappears. Whether it's violet flame or golden flame, depends on the level of consciousness. Violet flame is a little bit lower level. Golden flame is higher level. You know it later when you meditate. Yes.
Have you traveled beyond heaven and the light? If so, what is out there?
You want to taste my chocolate, and it's not possible. Because it's I who ate it, right? But I have another piece of chocolate, and you're welcome to try. I can tell you it's sweet and it's chunky, it's juicy, but then you just hear the words, you don't understand it. You have to eat it, okay? Eat the chocolate, get the initiation, meditate, and then you know. There's nothing impossible, nothing at all impossible for us human. Please.
What is the most effective way to remove bad habits from one's life when they feel so much like chains around my feet and hands?
Yeah. It's difficult. But if we are enlightened, I tell you, things will change. And change fast. Change very dramatically. That's how the saints are made. That's why it is said in your culture that all the saints have the past and all the sinners have a future. Believe in God, accept the grace of God through diligent practice, through the light of guidance within yourself, through the God in you. Everything is possible. You can't even raise yourself from death to life. You can cure your own disease, let alone the habit. Terminal disease even. Everything is possible in the light of God. That's why I came to tell you the good news. Very good news.
What if you are adopted? Which family generations are saved? Biological or adoptive?
Biological, but adopted also okay. Because I told you, even your dog, your cat are benefited. You will see. You will see. I'm not kidding you. You will see your dog enlightened, cat enlightened. They'll change. They will sit next to you. They will meditate with you. Yes. They will become a saintly cat. They even become vegetarian. Yes. Read our magazines. There are many true story in there. Everything you read in there is true story. And all the witnesses still alive. You meet the modern saints in those pages. Even cats and dogs. Yes. Very cute. Kuan Yin method. Even your friend, your lover, who are not biologically related, are benefited by you, by your practice, by your light. Because God's grace is very generous. It's not, we cannot imagine. It's incredible.
If you become initiated and follow, does that mean you can't kill or exterminate bugs, mice, etc. that invade your home? What about pulling weeds, etc.?
Oh God. Well. Well, in some of the cases, the termites moved out. If you keep your house clean and hygienic, yeah, you don't have to kill them. And pulling weeds you can, yeah. Just recite God's name and do whatever you have to do. You don't kill for violence, you understand? You don't kill by hatred. But you do have to protect your health and your family members if it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, in many cases, our initiate, they meditate, I don't know, all the pets gone away. The bugs and all that, they don't come near. It's very convenient, economic. Everything leaves us.
What do you think of divorce?
Bad. Huh? Divorce is the last solution of a loving relationship, and it should not happen at all. But it's very difficult to work out with each other, since men and women are so different. Men are more like cool, yeah? Cool. More straightforward, simple. Women are more sentimental, more romantic. So the warlike, the warlike and the beauty, don't often mix well. But there are many ways to reconcile with each other. There are marriage counseling, there are books about it, and there are, of course, meditation. Yes, that will reconcile a lot of differences. You will see both of you will change, more loving, more understanding, and less demanding. And that is if you're both in almost similar level. Otherwise, you still have conflict, but you still love each other. You will not resort to divorce as much as the other people who do not practice the inner peace. They would do it more. I would not divorce my husband if I was enlightened at that time. I tell you, he was the best man. He still is. But somebody else is the best man now, so. Yes, after enlightenment, you will learn to appreciate your partner more. A lot of families' conflict has been erased after initiation. If husband and wife meditate together, it really helps. Because you realize you both got. Yeah, the love in you will spring forth, will magnify to cover all the differences between the man and the woman. You learn to love each other, respect each other as God even. Apart from the physical love, there is another holy love that will bind you to each other, make you more loving, more responsible, and more sensitive to each other's feeling and need.
What is the problem when one has a key to enlightenment but fails to make the shift into God consciousness?
Oh, in that case, well, maybe you try it again later. When your time comes, everyone has your own time, at their own time. It's okay, no hurry. We have eternity.
Is it true that beyond the second level, there is no karma anymore? If we live in the world depending on our karma, then if we don't have karma anymore, do we still live in the world?
We don't have karma, it means after the third level, when you arrive at the karmaless level, you never commit any karma again. But the presently karma that is make you exist in this lifetime is still continue until your time is up. And whenever your time is up, that means karma is gone. You don't have to stay here anymore, that means karma is gone. But when you reach the third level, that means you will, this time of person, the type of the person you are, the state of mind that you are in, will never let you commit any more karma. That's what it means. You will do everything in righteousness, automatically. But that doesn't mean that you die immediately, because the present karma still exists. The written karma for this lifetime, how many steps you have to take, how many breaths you have to inhale, how many food you have to take, how many days you have to live, that's already written. We don't erase that. We could if we want to, but why? Just a few more years to live or a few more days, why hurry? It's the last time anyhow.
Dear Master, I want to practice meditation and teach meditation, but also have an abundance of materialistic things. How can I do that? I don't wish to make a living doing anything other than teach meditation. Please advise.
Ah. Well, that's wonderful. Who is that? It's you, huh? Are you teaching by now?
Yes.
And you earn some living from that?
Yes, but
Okay.
not enough.
Not enough?
No.
Well, then what to do? You have to expand your circle. See, you asked the wrong person. I don't take money by
How
my
do you
teaching.
make a living?
I make a lot of living. I make a life out of a living. I design the clothes, I paint, I do, I don't know, what else did I do? Jewelry, yes. Yeah, I do a lot of things.
So
Yes.
do you advise I do other things other than teach meditation to make a living?
I would think, it's more noble if we teach the way of God free of charge at all times, because it's inherent in each of us. If we could, should not make a living out of that. But if you are in need of money, and people donate to you, it's okay. Take it as God's gift. But I personally don't demand any money. I'm very afraid to take people money. I just don't feel good. Since I was young, yes. And any of the master, since ancient time, are not allowed to take money even. You are supposed to give, not to take. But I guess just an ordinary teacher of different meditation method, it's no harm, yeah? But to be a master, I think better not take anything. Yes. The Buddha take only 1 meal a day because he doesn't work. So that's the minimum he can take. But then, he has to do it. At that time, he don't have a mean to walk around, and earn money at the same time. Besides, he was a monk. And the tradition of the monk is you go begging for food. Yes,
Yeah.
people respect you that way. So it's a modern time. If you go begging for food, the police will beg you to go to jail. So I cannot do that. Not that I'm materialistic. To desire to earn money, to live, is not a materialistic viewpoint. It's practical. We live in a modern time. We have to dress decently, presentably for the modern people, because they don't accept beggar looking anymore. You can't go on the street and beg, and then people will take you for homeless, and they don't respect you, number one. How can you teach them, right? So you have to be decent, be like everyone else. I used to be a monk, but at that time I also earned money. I don't feel right taking money from people. I earn money by different things. I grow vegetable. I make, knitting. At that time, because I was alone, I don't have too much traveling expenses. And at that time, I eat 1 meal a day also. So I make very little money, enough. But now I'm expanded. And I have to travel a lot, so I have to earn more money. So I resort to different kind of techniques. Like I make inter-decoration stuff, like lamps, lights, sometimes ceramics, and painting, painting, design clothes and design jewelry. And these earns me a lot of money. Yes, worldwide. So I am able to travel around and live comfortably. So I pay every penny I take. Even if we lend me a car, I would pay petrol too. I don't take it. I don't want to. I feel I should pay my own living existence because I'm able. Yeah. So even my disciples, they give me anything, I don't take, unless I really don't know about it. If I know, I don't take it, or I give it back. I give back the money, the value, or return something else. Yes, I feel more comfortable that way. Yes, but it's all right if people offer to you and you have no other mean and you're too busy teaching to earn the living, then you take it. Okay, take enough for yourself.
Can I ask you one more thing?
Oh, sure.
So you're able to run a business and have a spiritual teaching going on at the same time?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, you see,
Yeah.
that's what it is. What it is right now. I'm doing my spiritual teaching, but in spare time I design clothes and jewelry, and that's it.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
and the people who help me sell and all that, I pay them money. The people who help to make clothes and all that, they also get the money. Yeah, sometimes we have a small restaurant here and there, and we also earn money from that, and I pay the money to the people who work in there. Everything strict business.
Thank you.
God bless.
If there is no physical body, then why did Jesus cry when his best friend John the Baptist was beheaded?
Well, should he laugh? Should a compassionate master, all loving, all godlike laugh, or be like a stone or indifferent to a best friend like John the Baptist? What do you expect his behavior to be? What do you expect an enlightened person to be? A stone? Just because he's enlightened, the chemical reaction in his body doesn't change. The tears still flow when it's triggered by emotion, and it should be so. He's become so softened, so feminine, so loving, and that's the best of all. It happened to him, it happened to us. It's very good when you cry when your friend dies. That's very natural. He's very normal, very enlightened.
It seems that all my paths are being blocked. For this reason, I cannot reach my goals. My past experiences reveal that every time I'm one step towards my goal, something pulls me back and away. What should I do to clear my way?
What kind of path are you talking about? For the sake of the audience. Who is it? Gone?
Would the person that asked like to raise their hand?
Probably he's gone. And we don't have to answer him. Haha. Next one. Oh, it's you, huh? You take so long. Huh? Excuse me. Yeah.
Thank you.
I want more clarification. Clarification. What kind of path? You mean spiritual path or?
I didn't write the question, but for me it is applicable.
That's why I want to ask what he
Um,
wants to know. What kind
I
of path
think-
is all blocked?
I think we, or I myself I should say, we constantly encounter obstacles in life and be very frustrating. And I think it's just a universal,
Okay. I got it. You mean in business and
In business,
relationship?
yes, it's
Oh,
very
okay,
frustrating
fine,
and-
fine. Well, the only answer is enlightenment. I have no other answer. Yeah? Enlightenment will guide you, will give you the answer, give you the strength to start all over again or to overcome difficulties, as well as ignore the unnecessary worries about different problems. You will solve them quicker. Yeah? So enlightenment is the only way. There's no other thing for us in life to do except to get enlightenment first and everything else will follow. That's why the Bible said to you, seek you first the kingdom of God. That means get enlightenment and all the things shall be added unto you. Yes, truly. I earn more money now than when I was not enlightened. Yes. When necessary, God will show you the way. Okay? Even in a physical way. Yeah? I didn't get enlightenment to earn money, but it just happened. Just happened that everything else become very smooth. Yeah, unasked. And that's true.
Ready for next question? How do I live an enlightened life?
You live like you lived before. Huh? Live with your wife, your kids, or your husband. Continue. Discharge your duties, enjoy your life, meanwhile enjoy heaven. There's nothing changed. Nothing changed except the insight, the knowledge, the happiness. Yes, sir? What is it? Yeah.
Master Ching Hai, I'm determined to get initiation from you tonight, but I've been meditating for 4.5 years already. I learned it from Yogananda. And whenever I get into really deep states and I see a lot of light, I get really afraid.
Mm-hmm.
And I get nervous, and then I have to take pills for anxiety. And right now, when I really focus on you, it's like my brain, it's like I'm not in control of my brain. And it just scares me. And I don't know what to do.
You're scared?
Yeah.
You are such a big man and you're scared? You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
I'm smaller than you.
Shaking? Can you see me shaking? I'm shaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, brother. All right, then meditate a little less.
Okay, but now it's going to be another 3 to 4 hours before we're done with initiation. If I'm in bad shape already, you know, I keep looking around trying to, you know, distract myself to try to relax, you know.
Oh, never mind. Don't relax. Just enter samadhi if you want. Who cares?
I can't because I get scared. I get petrified.
Some people do have that. Once they want heaven at one hand and the other hand they're scared because there's nothing to hold on to. Okay, you make a choice, brother. You stay here or you go ahead. That's your choice. What can I tell you?
Okay, I'll stay.
When we meditate, sometimes it's so different from what we know. You know, we have nothing to hold on to, nothing to step on. Some people, it's so powerful. But after initiation, you calm down. You feel better. Maybe because your master is gone. And then maybe you haven't, I don't know if you have truly learned much from him. You learned directly from Yogananda? No.
I just took his general lessons.
Uh-huh.
I never became his disciple.
I understand. Okay.
But see, now another thing you should know is that I smoke cigarettes.
Uh-huh.
Well, that doesn't help.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm on medication
Uh-huh.
because the psychiatrist saying I'm manic depressive and schizoaffective.
Uh-huh.
You know, but
I know.
I don't see any way out other than you. You know?
Okay. Oh, brother, maybe you cut down on cigarette,
Uh-huh.
you become more purely, strictly vegetarian,
Right.
and later on take less medication.
Okay, one question I have about the cigarettes, because I'm already trying to cut down. When it gets to the point where my brain gets really tight up here and I get sick to my stomach, is it all right to have a cigarette? That's the only way it'll go away.
Oh.
Like I wake up, sometimes I have these dreams at night, these beautiful dreams.
Uh-huh.
I wake up and my brain is just all tight up here. And
Ah.
I'm sick to my stomach and I don't want to smoke a cigarette, but the only way to get out of it is to smoke.
You did not learn the meditation properly, that's why.
Okay?
You better learn it properly, begin again, okay?
Okay.
And forget all this past. Otherwise, you do it just like half-half like this is no good for you. Hmm? Most people, when they learn meditation alone, they encounter problems. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's your case too. Okay? You have to learn properly and follow exact the instruction.
Mm-hmm.
Then you don't feel so afraid anymore.
Okay.
All right.
Ready for next question? Do animals and plants have their God?
We have only one God. Same. One Father for everyone. Jesus says so. Say, look at the lily of the valley. How does the Father take care of them? See? So it must be same God. You read the Bible, but you ask me so many questions. Everything in the Bible already, no?
What are the reasons why you don't believe in healing other people?
Oh, the reason why I don't believe? Because they should learn to heal themselves. We should not play God. That's the reason. We stand between God and that patient. Each one of them have the power to heal themselves. And God has bestowed upon them sickness as a blessing in disguise, so that he may seek God. So until the point when the person is very sincere, God will appear to them. Otherwise, we have a lot of physical medical treatment that should be taking care of the physical things. And to tamper with people's psychic body and the healing power within themselves is not very advisable. Because the karma is not erased by just a touch of hand. It will come back again tenfold later. And the person will suffering more and never know God. If you just believe in the healers and forget God, and especially the God inside you, you're in more trouble than the sickness. That's what I believe, and that's what I know, and that's what I share with you. But of course, it's my opinion, and my knowledge is not necessarily yours. It's not necessarily accepted by you. Just if you come to me and ask me, I have to tell you what I know, right? But I don't against healing or anything like that. But if you want to go higher, then you have to stop that. Just like if you want to learn to become a doctor, you have to continue with being a doctor. You cannot just stop midway and become a nurse and then expect to be a doctor at the same time. It's not possible. Okay? That's it? Oh, one more?
Yeah, we'll do one last
I don't
one.
mind. Yes.
Master, why is it necessary to be guided through meditation?
There's no other way, no? It's not meditation, it's just a name. Actually, it's an inner reconnection with the God power. Just like, why is it necessary to eat 3 meals a day in order to sustain your body? This is to sustain your spirit. We have to meditate. We have to get recharged by God power again in order to be free from the shackle of the physical world, in order to be God again, in order to be master of ourselves.
Master, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your all attentiveness and your support and your enlightened atmosphere and your loving smile, everything. It pleases me very much. And I shall see you at the initiation hall, okay? So long. For those who do not take initiation tonight or consider later, go home and pray, huh? Pray to God. Don't forget. Pray all the time. Pray anytime you can. Pray with all your heart until the day you get enlightenment. I see you there.